Guten Tag, as they say in France. I'm Kiev W, and this is Islands of Insight. We're like 65 episodes into this thing, and there's so many puzzles left to do. So I think what I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to go back to some stuff we haven't quite completed. So I'm going to go back to Shifting and Phase. And maybe some of this other stuff around... Well, really, it's just this one. I don't want to do this, maybe. Depends on how time goes. We'll start with Shifting and Phase and then head out here. I don't think I'm going to finish it. I think I'm going to just do a few more puzzles and then give up. I don't know. That's just how I feel it's going to go. We'll see. I'm giving myself the freedom to take multiple more passes at this enclave because it's very, very difficult. I know... Oh, that's a huge matchbox up there. Where's the other piece of it? Oh, it's right there. Nice. Connect all light cells. So this is a dead end. All dark regions have area 2. That could be here, but then we would basically... this is fine. Yeah, just that dark regions have area 2. I also could do this, which would force this to come down at least once. Well, this would overload. Let's just get the easy one out of the way. What the heck am I thinking? Why am I making this harder for myself? This would block things off. This would block things off. So those are set. That means this one would overload, so we do have to do it this way. This has to come out. If this is a dark cell, we cause a problem, so it can't be this one. It has to be this. Let's see. This has to be finished. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty cool. How about this puzzle? And then the Wandering Echo, I see you there. So this is the only thing I can do. And that makes... Yeah, this is going to be easy. It's the Shifting and Phase ones that are going to be really hard. We just going corner to corner? We're going corner to corner. Cool. So where am I going? Okay, I did lose myself a bit there. Let's see if I can see this from somewhere. Maybe from up here somewhere? I don't think so. No. Ah, it's from here. Oh no, it's from... Oh no, we gotta be on top of the thing. So hold on, let's get on top of this. You know what, let's just use my charge jump, who cares? Okay, then we get the motif here. And let's see, how many floors we have here? We have 7. This isn't too bad. I think so. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Ah, we sneaky. And the Sentinel Stones. This is just... I gotta get that one too, so I gotta be over on this side. Right? I have to get both of those two. There's nowhere on this I can see them both. So maybe I have to be in this gap? No, that's wrong. Maybe I have to be on this side? I guess so. Oh, right, I should take these. Echo of Time, which says, more than mere beauty, the Aurorals were also artisans, and our art was insight. Sharing puzzles was a part of our culture. In each one I could see the mind of its creator speaking directly to me. I knew the enlightening puzzles of Mudaris from the elegant puzzles of Selbakar. Do I need to know who those assholes are? Mudaris once told me that the purpose of these challenges was not to prove my worth. I could sit in quiet thoughtfulness, for they were meant to enliven the mind. Cool story. So let's go back here and get the Alizarin Grasp of Awakening? What is that? Is it a glove? Well, I can't use it, whatever it is. Right? That is... Looks like it's supposed to be gloves. Unless it's some kind of headpiece? No. Okay, we're just going to ignore that then and do this one. Dark regions of area 3. Oops, that has to be a light cell for sure, which means that's a dark cell. That could be a dark cell, we don't know. That has to be a dark cell for sure. That's a light cell then, which is going to force these. Alright. This is a problem. I have done something wrong. Which is this. I have done... Hold on a second. I'm going to start over. So, Dark Regions of Area 3, this is forced. Because it's going to be one of these two, this is a light cell. So this has to be a dark cell. This has to be a dark cell. We have to have these two. So one of these two is going to be a dark cell, but we could do it... If this is a light cell, we're going to have an issue here, right? No, we're not. We're going to have that. So that means this... Yeah, we're fine. What did I do before? That was... I must have done something weird here that made it impossible. So wasn't I heading to an enclave at some point? Let's see. Let's see. Maybe it's on the other side of this. Yeah, it's on the other side of that. So we just need an angle over here. That sees both of them. And I can just barely see both of them there. Don't make this pass annoying, so I think we don't want to make that. We also don't want to make this. Connect all light cells. Those can't. So these, connect light cells means we have to bring this through. That could be a dark cell. Let's see. This, yeah, connect light cell. What? No, no, this is a light cell, sorry. That's a dark cell, so that has to be a light cell. Means that's a dark cell. Those are light cells. That's a light cell. Okay. Weird. How about a pattern grid? We haven't seen those in a while. It looks like we're just taking this pattern and moving it down a bit. Just taking this. Oops. Like so. This part here and then this there? Yeah. Okay. Shifting of it. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. I promise we'll get there. 13 out of 13. We don't want to make any dominoes anywhere. Well, this can go there or there. Actually, if I did this, we'd be in trouble. The 2 can't go to either of those. This will be one of the 2. This has to be like this. This has to move this way at least once. So it's either there. Oh, no, it's there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has to go up here. Yeah. And done. Cool. Alright, shifting in phase. So the goal here is to do a couple of them. I don't need to do them all. All I have left are these. Actually, there's one hidden ring. I checked save stats. I did miss a hidden ring somewhere. But let's do the puzzles. We have 6 remaining, so let's see if I can do 3 of them. Okay. This is going to be all about fitting these pieces into this side over here. So we essentially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 7 blocks. So let me move this out of the way for a second. We'll just move these out of the way so you see. So we have 1, 2, 3. I have to make all of these fit. Therefore, this piece, which is 8 blocks wide, can never be on this edge. This piece cannot be on the edge. This piece cannot be on the edge. None of these 3 pieces can be on the rightmost edge. So what is going to go on the edge? This is a useful piece because it can contain a piece like this, like so. So we might have to do some experimentation. I might not be able to see the solution until I try stuff out. So I could try putting this piece here. Then what would I do with this one? This piece can't go on the bottom. In fact, these two pieces can't go on the bottom. And now that I've put this piece here, they can't go there either. Or the top. These are middle pieces. Ha, that means something. And this isn't on the right. So this is either the middle or the far left piece. Now if it's the middle piece, let's move this one up for a bit. If this is the middle piece, we have to find pieces around it. How many pieces have this dip? 1, 2, 3. One of these 3 goes above here. What if I do set it up like this? Now, I need a piece with a dip in the left side to be here, so I could have this piece here fit like this, but now I need dips in the top from 2 pieces, like this and this. And so, aha, this piece goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes, oh no. So what is stopping this? I think for sure this piece. Now I have to put everything out. Is out. So instead of this one, well, if this is the centerpiece, the only 2 that can go next to it are these. So what if this is the center one? Now we need this. Another way to think about it is, okay, I know this piece cannot go on the top row, the right, or the bottom. This has to be either here or here. That locks it into those spots. Let's look at corner pieces. Corner pieces, this cannot have a bottom or a rightward protruding, so it can't be this piece, that piece, that piece, that piece. There's 4 pieces that can't go there. This top one can't have a top or right protruding. It can't be this piece, this piece, this piece, or that one. Is that right? Hold on, I've got jammed stuff everywhere. So top left can't have an upward or leftward, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bottom left can't have a leftward or a downward, so 1, 2, 3. There's a lot more positions for bottom left. So this just can't be on this edge. So what if I did this piece here, and now I try to find... The only thing left is one of these pieces here, which means I can't... Ah, this isn't good. If I have this piece here, what piece do I put here? It won't be this one, this one, this one, this one, or that one. So it's one of these 3, and if it's this piece, I can't have anything with a rightward protruding, so I can't have these 3. And the remainder don't have a dip in there. So if this piece is in the center, this piece is on this corner. That's the only thing that can go in the corner, because it can't be either of these 2, and it can't be any of those. So let us start again with this. I could be wrong. I think I started with this before, but I might have made an assumption after that. So top row things can be anything but these 3. These are duplicates. They can go wherever they want. In fact, these can fit anywhere, so it's a matter of what fits inside them. This, they actually won't go here either. This, 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 this. This is the only piece that would fit if I go this route. So if I start here, I'm forced into this route. Now, what will go here? Something, this cannot... these two cannot, this cannot. In fact, it would have to have a dip in the left side, so it has to be this one. A dip in the left side without an extension on the right. So this piece would be forced there if we do this. So I think we're going to run into trouble here, because now to go into the top row, I need one of these two. To go here, it needs to be one of these. And now where do I put these? Unless I do this. Hold on. Unless I do this. And then... oh no, that just makes it worse. Okay, so by process of excruciating elimination, this piece goes there. So we know that much. So if we know that's the middle piece, we know that piece goes here. It's in the way. Very much in the way. So let's get it out of the way for a second. Everything over here. Sometimes I wish there's a little more room on this side just so you could move pieces out of the way. This one's going to go in last. We're going to put that one in right there. So now the question is, what does go where? If we do that, this has to be in the middle row. So now the question is this here or is it... or sorry, it's not there. Is it here or is it the furthest over to the right? So let's make the assumption that this piece is in fact here. I could perhaps get these out of my way. Could perhaps put this piece in and then put something like this piece on this corner. So here's a possibility. Now I know this corner has to be a piece with no protrusions anywhere. This actually would force this over here. Okay, so we can't do that. This can't be here. Or maybe this just isn't up here. Nope, that's the only thing that would fit. So this probably isn't here. So what would I put there? I'd want something with a leftward protrusion so I basically can get it out of the way. But what has leftward protrusion? Just this one. This can't go any of these spots. Or here. It could go here. Which would force this piece here. I don't know about this. I don't know about this here. Because now what goes here? Nothing goes here now. I think this one can't go here. I think that's just what we're stuck with. So this piece, I think, is going to be all the way over. Because I think this one can't go on any of these edges, one of these two, and it can't go in the middle, so it's here. So now what will go here that will allow this? It has to have a dip in the left side. And in fact, it could be this. We can get this piece out of the way. And then this has to be here. We know that now. Which means either one of these is going to go in this corner up here. Actually, no, it's this one. That goes in the corner. This piece can go here, which would leave this one here, and that is the puzzle. Got it. Oh boy, that's a good one. That only took like 10 minutes. Alright, got one. Let's see if I can get two more. That's my hope. Can I do two more puzzles? Can I also find the hidden ring? Well, this looks really jammed. I can take this out. This, what does this do for me? Don't know what this does for me yet. I can still... Well, this just brings me back to where I started. This doesn't help. I would need to get that further down. This would need to be further down. What if I try the other way? What if I start on this side? Bring these. I need to somehow get that out of the way. I feel like this is just leading me down the path I've already gone. Everything's completely bricked in there. Let's methodically go through. Let's methodically start on this left side. Or I can bring this up. But can I do anything else? I can get myself completely bricked in there. This just gets me back to the beginning. So if I bring these up, this lets me bring this way down. But I am stuck here. It does let me bring this a little bit over. But I can't get this out of the way. This just brings me back to where I started. Yeah, this just brings me back to where I started. What if I start here on the right side? What's this do? Yeah, I'm stuck here now unless I figure out something I can do. I can do it. This can still stuck. Bring this down, still stuck there. This is something, maybe. No, not really. Kind of back where we started with a very slight change. Maybe? Maybe there's something here? Maybe there's something with this? This will be blocked. But I have this sort of in the middle now. So I can... No, I can't do anything with that if that piece is there. This piece is here. That's stuck in there. This is so close to getting out of my way. This... This is all nice. This is down here now. Here, we got something, I think. I don't know what this is gonna do besides swapping these two pieces. have something? This would need to get out of the way even further. This really stuck. Over here? This isn't quite out of the way enough. I feel like I'm getting closer. But what do I do? This isn't quite it. Over here, this is pushing me back to where it was before. This could go, this would have to go one further upward, which isn't gonna happen. There, that doesn't get this out of the way. This potentially, this gets not quite. That gets that away, but now this is kind of back where it was before. If I only could get this a little bit. I feel like I'm just randomly doing stuff now, which I'm sure is not anyone's favorite way of solving puzzles. We're back here again, which doesn't solve anything. Closer, but still not what I need. This is now super trapped. I need to get rid. Maybe this. I don't know if that can come over. This can come over like this. But now this is super trapped. I could just put this on top of all of this is not getting me anywhere. Once I go here, that's just replacing those two. It's not really doing anything. I've been here before. I'm going in circles. I'm not solving anything. This is not a great feeling. I don't like being in this position in a puzzle where I'm just flailing. Because Well, it's not great. First of all, it's not great to watch. I'm sure no one likes this, but also, like, it really doesn't feel great to solve if I'm in a puzzle and this is just banging my head against a wall and I don't know what to do. It honestly just feels like I'm guessing and I don't have a solution in mind. I don't even know how to get it back to the way I had it before. How did I get into this mess in the first place? Was it... This have anything to do with it? No. Yeah, I don't know that one. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna see if we can find a couple others we can solve. Alright, never did this one over here. This looks like Towers of Hanoi with a stupid thing in the way. So normally 1, 2, 3, 4, I would want to start this piece here. But then how on earth I would do this, put this back, put this here. But then where do I put the other stuff? So what if I started it here? I did that. This over here. Nope, this doesn't really help me at all. This is annoying. This is really annoying, this piece here. Even without this piece, I would still have to solve Towers of Hanoi, and now I have to solve Towers of Hanoi, like, with one hand taped behind my back. Which is extremely irritating. I really dislike that. I'll move this piece here. This. Can I get this piece into here? I can just move that one immediately. But now this is not possible to do. What if I start in this piece instead? I don't think that works. Because now this is in the way, I can't do anything. So it does have to go here, so that I can move these over. But now you can't get these out. That's not coming out anytime soon. This can go here, but we're back where we started. Like, there's just no way to get this going. Can I... I can't possibly get this out here. This puts me back where I started. Yeah, this piece makes this puzzle go from already kind of a nightmare. Towers of Hanoi is already really tedious to painful. This is now a really painful puzzle to do. So I can't get any of this out of the way. Cool. Now I'm stuck. So how do I get these to switch? God damn it. Okay. This back. There. If this goes back here, then we're just like, okay, what do we do with this? Put this here, maybe? Then how do I get this piece out? Because this is in the way. And I can't move both of these pieces in there. Oh, no I can. I can put both of these in here. Okay, cool. So we have this piece. This is an extremely tedious one, and I really dislike it. Even if I solve it, I really dislike this puzzle. And I need it to be known that this puzzle is extremely tedious and bad. So... here... It's Towers of Hanoi with an extra step that doesn't make the puzzle any more interesting or fun. So, I have to put everything back into the centerpiece. And now I've got to take all this out. This has to go over here now. Back and forth, back and forth. This piece could have been removed and it still would have been a fine puzzle. You could have just done Towers of Hanoi. Okay, not super pleased with that. So I did 2. Let's see if I can get one more done. So where is it? I already know I tried that one and one back there, and I sucked at them, so I'm not going to do those. There's one up there I tried. Oh, there's the ring. So that kind of leaves me with just one puzzle that I can try. That I haven't tried yet. It might be over here somewhere. I did that one already. that one. Because there's 4 left, right? Yeah, and there's 3 that I have struggled with. There's 2 back there, right? I mean, this is another one. Yeah, I will eventually get to those. I'll pick another day to just, like, hammer through and see if I can solve them. I just did this one. This one was really cool. There isn't another one up here, is there? There's this one here that sucks. I don't know, maybe this one's really cool, I just need to actually solve it. Oh hey, there's another hidden ring. There's 2 down there. Maybe it's just on this wall, I'm not looking for it. That one I've already done. I've done 9 out of 13, so there's 4 left. Where are they? 1, 2, and 3. So there's another one that is eluding me. It's not all the way down here, is it? No. That's the goal, get 1 more done, and 1 that I think I can solve. Did both of the ones in here. Oops. I did both of these. Oh, there it is, on top of the building. Okay, here's when we gotta get around this piece, because it's never gonna go through there, and this will never move. So, we'll start by getting that out of the way. Hey, just getting there. Those are stuck. This could allow for some motion elsewhere. Hold on, I could do this, which would let me do that and be completely stuck. No, I'm good. But this now is stuck. Okay, so this isn't the right move either. This needs to be out of the way to bring that over, so I can start. I don't know. I don't know what to start. Let's take another angle at this. So the only way to get this going anywhere is to move those. But it has to move further to get that piece out. That much I think I am forced to deal with. Now, I could get all of these up. This is not quite what I want to be doing. Alright, let's back this one up just a tad. If I have this up here for a second, get this L piece out of the way, maybe. Okay. Yeah, this is where I run into the trouble, is how do I get these up here and then get this piece out? What if that goes there? Yeah! What if this happens, and then what if it doesn't do anything? This... Nope, here we go, got it. Ah, okay. That was much easier. So we're going to hold off here. We're going to say that is enough of this enclave. There are 3 puzzles left, all 3 of which I have tried and struggled at, so I will come back to it later. In the meantime, I'm going to finish this episode with this, probably, ground away. Hold on, was that there this whole time? Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. Went down, right? Oh, you went down through there. That's... Okay. There's a thing here, too. This will probably be easier than... Once and shifting in phase. Those are much easier. Okay, it's below me, but this direction. Yeah. Looks like there's 2 of them. Ground away. Current events. Don't make dominoes. Okay, so how do I make a 4 without making dominoes? I have to make it so it's... Yeah, like this would be a problem because we'd have 4 in a row. So I think I have to do this, make dominoes, and then it would answer that, yep. So here, the 3 has to be against the side, and the 6 has to be... How would the 6 be? This. 6 is here. This is a good way to do 6. This is a good way to do 6. And over here, I need something to... This is not okay. This is okay. No, it isn't, because I have 2 here. This is okay. 6 can be that. 4 can be this. Hold on. Why is it not this? Is there another way to make the 4? Ah, it's also this way here. Is there another way to make the 6 here? This is one way. And so is this. So those are like so. Those could be white cells. Those could be white cells. No, it can't be white cells like that. This is the other way. So it's either this or those 2. So those are white cells for sure. So either these 2 or these 2. Is there any way this is a dark cell? Yeah. Alright, then how do we firmly establish? I think these would be dark cells no matter what. Yeah, okay, that's what we know. So once again, these have to be the light cells. And that has to be a light cell. Oh, we can fully solve this one. This has to be like so. Uh-huh. Is there any way that's a light cell? No. So this is a dark cell. Then that would be dark. So this 6 can't be what that is. That can't be what the 6 is. This could be the 6. Uh-huh. This 7. If this is a dark cell... No, it's not. this is still a light cell. But it can't connect to there. Yeah, we'd run out of space. So no, this would have to be, but then we're connecting. So once again, this is not correct over here. So what is correct? If I do this, we're going to overload the 6. So no matter what, that is a light cell. So we do have that established. This can't be that because it would overload. We'd have dominoes. We don't want those. This, I think, is the 6 here. Which means the 6 might be this way. That's how it is. That's a pretty good one. That got me. Don't make this pattern. There you go. Yeah, if we add these pieces, then it becomes a little bit easier to figure out. This, I believe, is the only way to do that. 3. Well, it has to be here, right? Or not. Maybe it has to be like this. The 4 probably is going to come down here. Like this. Last but not least. Like this? Yeah, that's how that's going to be. Wait, what? Or this way. So no matter what... Here, let's fill this in. Now, if we did it this way... This would be... So we still have... These 4. Really? Maybe. Because if I do this, it's gonna... If I just did one of them, it's still 2 more. Maybe those have to be, no matter what. No, it would have to be like, I only have one thing like that. Okay, this is weird, because like, it's either going to be this, or it's going to be that. So, that doesn't tell me where the white spaces are, but in this case, we have a diamond around here. And in this case, we have this diamond. We don't have any of these pieces. Well, this one doesn't need to be there. And that one doesn't need to be there. So, what if it's just stuff around here? And there's one more piece that's necessary. Right? Because if we did this, it's going to go around. If we did this, it's going to go around. But then there'd be black piece there. Black piece there. I don't know what the other 3 are. Well, this has to be a light piece, no matter what. Because either this one is or that one is, and it is a dark piece. And do those have to be light pieces? No. I think these 2 do. Is that all? That's all. That one was tricky. That one was tricky. Alright, so we actually made some progress. That's how we're gonna judge this. I'm gonna sneak up on the guy behind me. So today wasn't a total wash. Can I get up there without jumping? Yeah. I think it's either a sneaker or a looker. Just grabbing a couple more puzzles before I end the stream. I said stream. I'm not streaming this. Why would I stream this? Let's see. Want to go this way? Yeah. That's the puzzle. Sweet. I don't know what that was supposed to be. That felt like it glitched out. I'm just grabbing a few more. This one feels pretty close. Pattern grids. Something. This is definitely coming up here. Okay. Is it, no. What's happening here? Now this. Maybe we have things like... Not entirely sure what's going on there, but that felt right. Let's see. No, it's not going to go through there. It's not going to come up here, is it? Yes, it is. There's a cube around here somewhere. Is it like in? Can I get in there? Yeah. Is it below me? I'm hearing it around this area. There's that. Up there without any sort of thing? Ah, right, the stairs that I used 5 seconds earlier. Let's use them again. Maybe it's up here. Really sounds close to here. Can I get in there? Okay. There it is. And let's top off one of these. Maybe this is the last thing I do, we'll see. And I just mean the last thing for today, not the last thing in my life. At least I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I don't drop dead the instant I stop recording. Well, that circle gets smaller. Let's, Can I move any of this? What? No, I can move it this way and move this in. Okay, I was very confused by that simple puzzle. Maybe it's on top, I didn't see? No, I did see one on top already. Inside. It could be inside this building. But if it is, I do not see it. That would be a really clever way to hide it. do not see where it is. So let's just puzzle nearby I can grab while I wait for the bubble to shrink, because I'm a cheater. Could also be like under something here. Outside even. Probably not outside. The bubble wouldn't be shrinking at all if it was outside. That's the thing. It seems like it's like directly center, but how is the question? It would be like, it would be in one of these, but I can't see it. Good hiding spot. Yeah, it's still shrinking. Yeah, it's like it's gonna be right under in there, like on the floor. Apparently you can see through the ceiling down here. Oh yeah, you just have to get that angle. That's really clever. I approve of that puzzle. How about you? Can I get you as a flying guy? And there's some lore here I haven't got yet. Back when your kind still existed, how do you refer to one another? Did you have names? I do have a name, but no one has spoken in eons. Will you share it with me, or will I keep calling you Goddess forever? Oh, sad story. I keep saying I'm going to end this video, but I'm not ending it. I'm just having too much fun. Okay. This can't be that. This could be? I'm supposed to be able to glean this from this rule? Well, the 5 has to either be a line or one of the... it can't even be that. It has to be a line. Well, then... could I do... lines? I could do lines? Yeah. That's interesting. Let's see. Let's get this. The yellows are out of parity. Let's get that. Let's get the blue, and then... there we go. More puzzles. I crave puzzles. Mother, I crave. I yearn for puzzles. Area numbers. Well, if I have an 8 here, then do I have enough space? Yeah, I have enough space. If I make this light cell, I do have enough space. Okay. Here, however, if I make this light cell, we'd be in trouble. So this is in fact a dark cell. That's possible. If this is a dark cell, it would have to connect through this way. And now there's really nowhere to put the 8, so I think this is a light cell. Which forces this. And we're good. Lovely little puzzle. Oh, hey, we're back at Lucent Waters. Complete the pattern? I think it's just... this to here is just flipped vertically. This is flipped horizontally. So I think it's just this. Yeah. Wonderful. What is that? Is that here? Yes, it's here. Well done, me. Hey, there's some lore over here I missed. Let's get that. Even a speck of dust has a story. Okay. I think with that lore, I should end here, just because it's been over an hour. And I have things to do, and I'm rather hungry at this moment. So I will see people in the next video. Please come back. I'm desperate for you. Alright, have a good day. Bye.